In the morning, wake up 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 in the morning, the swag in the morning, the swag in the morning.
Say with amazing grace.
It's us in the morning with the swag in the morning.
Say with amazing grace.
The swag in the morning, swag in the morning,
Swag in the morning time.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the world's famous, yeah, I said it in my Mr. Magic's voice. It's world famous swag in the morning. I'm your brother, Prince Chris. I'm excited. Let me tell y'all something. Swag stands for Saved with Amazing Grace. Y'all see it? Saved with Amazing Grace. And morning don't mean daytime. It means new hope, new beginning, freedom from being in the darkness. And right now, in this hour, in these minutes, in these tick-tock seconds, somebody's going to be brought into the light. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. I'm excited right now because, listen, my good friends at the Peachtree Village International Film Festival, I miss every year, and I know Lynn and they mad at me because every year something comes up. But I'm always a supporter to do this. This is my give back to my good friends who support me in all the things I have done with my Musical with a Purpose, My Life Matters, and my nonprofit Roadshow Alliance Suicide Prevention, and my books and all of those things that I do. They support me, so I got to support him by interviewing his all-stars. Clap it up. Woo! And my Ric Flair, woo! I'm excited, man. Listen, it's going down October the 16th through the 19th in Atlanta, Georgia, the film festival. This guy I'm going to interview first. He pitched, he won, he pitched. He's a writer. He's doing the AI stuff. He's just, gosh, he's going insane. If you're from New Jersey or New York, y'all remember Crazy Eddie? The prices are insane. I'm telling y'all my age, but let me just tell you something. Before I get into my guests, overwhelmed. Like, look, matter of fact, Lady D is my wife. That's my partner. When we give the stage is yours to our guests, Holyfield, Roy Jones, Big Les, Karen Parson, you name them. We didn't 69 Boys, JJ Fat. We didn't interview a lot of people, and I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to throw names and none of that stuff. But look, I interviewed him. I had the pleasure by friendship and relationship. But the thing is, we give them the stage. The thing about it is, this is their podcast. And we don't have some basic questions. Yeah, I asked some dumb questions. Look, by the way, I graduated from Eastside. No, I'm lying. We went to Eastside High School, the home of Joe Clark, the famous school, Lean on Me, Fair East Side, by your side, all that stuff. We went there. But I was a 300 on the stage. And my wife, Lady D, was Joe Clark's favorite. Rest in peace, Joe Clark. We didn't have the pleasure to interview him, but we did an interview with NPR about him. I'm excited for that. That's still in the archives. And my wife is the one that does the bios. She be dazzling. Hovey Smith, amazing. Blah, blah, blah. She's just that good. I'm an author of 3 books: a children book, and 2 nonfiction adult books for mental health and wellness. And I wrote the book, not AI. With my next guest, he got a business thing. How the AI work for you? Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get him involved in talking to you guys about this, and we're gonna pick his brains, right? Really pick his brains. But she the resume reader. We had we had Tony Terry, one of our first guests, the Force MDs on the thing, guest Lisa, and Lady D was just so elegant. Karen Clark, like Lexus Spike, like so elegant with her reading of the bios. But I'm not doing that. I'm gonna break some rules, and I hope you can understand this. But before I get into my guests, I like to leave people with 2 things: coffee and tea. So I introduced the coffee in the beginning because I want to spark you up. I want to encourage you. And that's the goal. to encourage you, right? So let me encourage you with 2 Kings chapter 4. 2 Kings chapter 4. Y'all know this is the swag. So it's saved with amazing grace. Morning don't mean daytime, mean new hope, new beginning, freedom from being in the darkness. So I want to share with you a topic. I want you to embrace this because I want you to know there's value in your house. There's worthy in your house. I'm a big fan of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. He's one of my favorite authors. Besides the Bible, Think and Grow Rich book is one of the best-selling books ever. Right? So he speaks about acres of diamonds. There's acres and diamonds in your backyard. According to 2 Kings chapter 4, there was a lady who had a husband that was running around with the prophet Elisha. And he was doing his work, doing God's work, right? Which is good. What happened is the guy died. So the woman went up to Elisha and said, Elisha, because prior to that, the debt collector was knocking on her door, ringing her phone, scaring her husband when she's not home. Y'all know that rap song. The content, it fits there, but not totally. But her husband owed a debt, and the debt collector was knocking on her door. So, excuse me, miss, is your husband home? No, he's not here anymore. Now, I'm paraphrasing to the story of the scripture, so I want you to hang out with me. I want to make it more today so you'll know my message, but that scripture fits in you, in your house. So he knocks on the door. He said, lady, is your husband here? Because I'm here to collect my money. She said, sir, my husband is dead. I don't have your money. He said, but listen, y'all going to pay me my money, or else I'm going to put your 2 sons to work for me. I'm going to put them in slavery. Because back in the day, slavery was, we don't think it was just slavery in America. Slavery been in before America, all of that stuff before. It's been way before. So she got scared. So she went up to Elisha and she said, Elisha, hold on. My husband is dead and a debt collector is knocking on my door. I need your help. Elisha said this and said, woman, what is it that you want me to do? And she said, help, because my husband out running around with you and you mean to tell me you can't help me? Please. And he said, you know what? I can help you. She said, He said, what's in your house that's valuable? So what she did was, she said, and it was nothing but this flask of oil. She downplayed the oil. See, Elisha knew she was going to say the oil because he knew the value in the anointing in that oil. So he said, oil, oh, okay, this is what I want you to do. Go to your neighbors and friends and family, collect a whole bunch of jars. And when you get all these jars, I want you to go in your house and shut the door. Because I don't want everybody to know if there's a specialty God is waiting to give you. So she went in her house and she started pouring and no jars was left. And she said, you know what? Let me go back to Elisha. All right, no, the jars are all full. What do you want me to do? He said, I want you to put some to the side, sell it, and get your money to pay the debt collector. The rest that's over, save it for yourself for profit. What am I saying? Here's the coffee. There's value in your house. There's acres of diamonds in your backyard. There's no need for you to go outside of your house looking for something magical. It's in your house. And my next guest that's going to come on, he's going to tell you there's value in your house, whether in your body, whether it's in your mind, to activate your gifts, because God has given us all a gift and a calling without repentance. So by further ado, put your hands together for my guest, Hovey! What's going on, sir?
Thank you very much for that sterling introduction. Yeah, I've got a lot going on. First off, let's say I'm 84 years old.
Are you 84?
I'm suffering all the ills of most of us. I'm a diabetic. I have to use a walker. But nonetheless, I've published more than 20 books.
Okay.
I have done screenplays, and I'm participating in film festivals because that's what I want to do.
I like it.
And of the what you were speaking in particular, we have a number of books that will help a lot of people.
Let's show it up, Hovey.
And one of them
Okay.
in particular is this: using AI to make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age. And what this book uniquely does for you, it tells you how to come up with an original job idea, evaluate it, and make a business out of it. That way, you're able to take off your expenses and you can test ideas. Some of them will fail, and that's no great problem. Failing is a learning process. If you don't fail, you're probably not trying and you're probably not learning very much. So go ahead, take your business idea, see if it works, give it a
Wow.
whirl, turn it around, try it, and see if you can come up with an original idea that nobody else has, that is
That
of
deserves some hand
value to
claps.
other people.
I love it.
Now, in the meantime, you may have to raise some money. Okay, eBay sales is a nice way to do that. And guess what? You can make money by selling on eBay for other people.
Hmm.
Take 50%, they get 50%, and you can make a nice little living out of your own house selling other people's merchandise that you do not have to purchase.
Wow.
It's a way for easy, quick money. Almost anyone who can work a computer can do that.
Hey, Hovey, let me just stop real quick. Something you
Sure.
said when you mentioned your age, right? So it dawned on me real quick right away. And this is what I'm going to say to the listeners, right? What are your excuse? You got Mr. Hovey, 8 decades, been on this earth 8 decades and then some years. God is not finished with you, sir. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter. I'm type 2 diabetic. I don't have a walker yet. I'll be 56 at the end of this month, October the 31st. Give myself some hand clap. If God get me there, I'll be like Hovey, closer to 80. My dad passed away at 87 years old, and I always said to my dad, Dad, what is it that you didn't do? He said, I did everything. He followed his dreams. He was there and he was a deacon. He was fixing stuff. He operated with his hands. So my question to you, how do you manage to get all of this stuff processed even in your latter years?
It is amazing what you can get done if you do not watch TV. That is the greatest time waster in the world. I own a TV. If I want to see a movie, I write about movies. I write screenplays. I study movies. But watching TV? No. Besides, what you get on the TV channels these days is nothing but gloom and doom and misery. A person can't take that all day, every day, all their lives and expect to have a healthy mental attitude. You see that exercise machine on the back?
I see it.
When
I
I
see
get
it.
up in the morning, I start my day at 2 o'clock in the morning,
2 a.m. Hove? Hovey?
2 a.m. I
Woo!
do a half an hour of exercise on that machine every
All
day.
right. All right. All right. You're motivating me.
Then, when news time comes on, that's when I listen. I would oftentimes work starting at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then, when news is on, starting at 5 o'clock or so, I listen to that for 30 minutes whilst I do my exercise.
Okay.
That's my news intake. Listen to NPR. Then I don't bother with television for the rest of the day.
Mm.
If I want to see a film, I'll just look it up online or get it on YouTube and I'll see it there. And the second part of my book significantly is how to start your own business in the United States. I tell you how to do that. And you can do it from your own house. I tell you how to do it, particularly for the state of Georgia. I did patents. I actually made my own job position with an international company. I was an information scientist.
Oh, okay.
I coined that term. I made that job. I made that work. And I worked internationally. I learned about patents, trademarks, domains, describe these extensively in the book. I tell you how to get a name that works. Don't just choose any name, but choose a significant name. I tell you how to do that one.
Okay.
Tell you how to raise money on Kickstarter for worthy
Okay.
projects or
Okay.
GoFundMe. You were going to interrupt. Go ahead, Prince.
No. I'm saying okay because I think I think they set me up because they know I'm an author and I'm a baby in the author category, and you can be of help to me, Hovey. And so, no, continue. The stage is yours. This is
All
like it's
right.
your birthday.
So then, once you have your idea and you start your business, then guess what? You can take off your expenses. You can have a part of your house as your business location. You can take off that. That's what I'm in. I'm in my library. It's the old kitchen of my plantation home.
Okay.
And so I turned it into a library. And to do that, you have to do several things.
Okay.
You have to ship products. You have to make products. I do all of those things here. Nowadays, perhaps what you're selling is not product. It could be, but perhaps it's. Then, in concluding part of the book, I tell you how to physically write a book. I tell you how to do it. Right now, the book I'm editing is set in Siberia. I spent decades in Alaska. I know the Arctic. I know what the Arctic's like. And I'm using AI to get locations and information about Siberia so I can write about it realistically. Of course, some things are made up. This is a novel after all. Not everything is absolutely factual, not meant to be. But it made for a gripping tale with a lot of reality set in modern day.
Hmm.
And it's called Petrov's Escape.
I was
And,
reading your bio. Yeah.
and it will be out in a bit. And I I don't have a picture of the cover, unfortunately. Um, although it's among my YouTube videos. If you go to the Hovey Smith channel, you'll
I'm gonna
find it.
subscribe.
And if you want to, I have 1,100 other videos, including one posted just today. So, again, it's amazing what you can get done if you don't watch television.
That is something. A Hovey. When I'm an author as well. I've written 3 books: a children's book on bullying, and then my first nonfiction book on mental health about my life growing up in the housing projects in Paterson, New Jersey, and then my third book was called Breaking the Curse: From the Pit to the Purpose. Everything is centered around mental health and mental wellness, right? And one of the things I do, and I write songs, and I am proud of to see I have a brother that did songs with Bruce Hornsby, that's in major platinum groups performing in Canada, all over the world with his group, songwriters, and myself as a songwriter. And one of the things I do in the process, which I can agree with you, is that when I'm writing, I don't listen to the radio. When I'm writing plays or whatever I'm gonna do, I don't watch stuff because I want to zero out and tap into the frequency that God has given me to apply it. Because sometimes you can allow these things to dictate for you. That's why I mentioned Napoleon Hill with Think and Grow Rich. One of the things Napoleon Hill speaks about is that Stop reading newspaper and listening to family members because they can deter you from your accomplishment. So I'm going to swing over to a question for you because I hear you saying don't watch TV and all of this stuff. Where do you find the strength to do all you do, Mr. Hovey?
In enjoyment, in fun, particularly now in old age. Now, another thing I recommend in my book is that when you get to be my age, that's 84, and you're beset with all these ills, and right now I'm going to have cataract surgery, and I'm losing feeling in my fingers and this sort of stuff. Choose something particularly that you always wanted to do and maybe never ever had time for it before. And for me, that's a screenplay writing. There's nothing less likely to happen than have a screenplay actually produced into a movie. The chances are generally stated to be 1 in 100,000. When I go to competition in Austin, my one screenplay is competing against 10,500 others. So that gives you an idea of the odds. First off, you have to write a very good screenplay for it to possibly make it. An excellent screenplay, an outstanding screenplay. All right. Then you have to publicize the blazes out of it. But writing the screenplay, even at long odds, it gives, if it comes to pass, a very considerable payoff. And if a person options one of my books, then they get the rights to the book and they produce what is called a production screenplay. Mine is a spec script. And a spec script just outlines the bare bones of the screenplay, whereas a production screenplay considers cost. How much is this thing going to cost to make? How many places am I going to have to go to make it? All of this kind of good stuff. And so I just submitted and wrote up a pitch deck, which will be presented here at the festival. And that pitch deck, you can see it. It's actually online right now on my site. And you can see what it is. And the movie, Petrov's Escape, of my forthcoming novel, that if it was done in the manner of Maverick Top Gun, that would cost $500 million to produce as a movie.
Wow.
Not possible.
Hey, Hovey, let me ask you, where are you from? Let's tell people a little bit about you. I know you went to the University of Georgia, am I correct?
Okay.
So let's tell
Georgia.
Who's Hovey Smith.
Okay, I was born here in Sandusville, Georgia, and I am or was until yesterday a professional geologist. I just decided not to renew my practice because I'm not able to get out near as much as I used to. And I went to school, University of Georgia first, then went to the University of Alaska, got my master's there. I pulled 2.5 years of service in Alaska as a combat engineer officer. And so we roamed all over Alaska, including all the way out to the Brooks Range. And what part I didn't cover while I was in the military, I did whilst I was working for industry. And at the end of the season, I would camp out alone and stay there and duck hunt. Well, one time that got me in real trouble because we had what was the equivalent of a typhoon come through. In fact, it turned over my guide's float plane there and flooded the area completely that I was hunting. Well, I could see this mess was coming. So I hiked out of that floodplain off of the flats and got out in some big timber and put my little tent up there and tarp and sheltered there and rode out the storm. And it was the guide was 3 days late in picking me up because he had to get his plane running. And he came. I saw him, so we trudged out there with all our stuff and our game and our geese. And so that was one of my interesting hunts. Another time, and this was with the military, we went all the way out to the end of the Aleutians to Shimmy Island, where Petrov's Escape is actually partially based. So I had a chance to see that location and write the screenplay about it.
Making it more interesting.
We also, in Petrov's Escape, we resurrect an ancient B-36 bomber that was made in 1955. No such exists anymore. There's not even a wing left. But
Wow.
in fiction, we made it up. And in the movie to be built, that set will have to be made. But we have good footage. There was a movie starring Jimmy Stewart called Strategic Air Command, where we actually have interior shots. And those are shown in that pitch deck that I put together that you can see.
I'm excited for the pitch that when the film festival, they have the pitch tent and all of those things, man. Hovey, you are motivating me as a screenplay writer myself, as an author. Just listening to you with wealth of wisdom. And it's very inspiring, I believe, because not only because of the age, because I can still hear the enthusiasm and the passion in the tone of your voice when you're speaking of these things. And it is just kind of like motivating me. This is why I love podcasting. This is why I love to speak to people, to learn, and to be a sponge and to be the clay. And I can allow you to mold me and then still be a pen that can write my own stories as well. All right, so I'm going to ask you. We got a little background on you. What truly motivates Hovey? Like when you get up, you got 2 a.m., you're working on your elliptical, your bike thing, you're riding it, getting your cardio right, getting your heart right and everything. What else motivates Hovey Smith? What is it that to say, what sparks you? What gets you going? What is that thing, Hovey? Is it one thing, two things, three things? What motivates Hovey to do what you do at your age?
Well, there is one thing that I have as a maxim, and that is finish what you start.
Okay. Hey, hold on, hold on. I got to give hand claps for that.
That's what I mean. Things,
come on.
Do not finish it. And I get real pleasure out of finishing things I start. And so once you start it, good, bad, or indifferent, finish it. If it's a terrible screenplay, you can make it better. Because the screenplay is not finished until the movie is made. So go ahead and write your screenplay, write your book, do whatever it is. You can revise it, you can direct it. And if I had another maxim is, particularly in later life, there's nothing you can do better after you've accumulated all of this wisdom, is to share it with others and help people help themselves.
Come on, Hovey. That deserves some hand claps.
That is my aim. Helping people help themselves.
That explains the book, AI, that's going to help people create a job. Hold that book up again, Hove. Hold it up. Show the people. Show the people the book.
Using AI to make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age.
Love it. At any age. Hand claps for Hovey. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm excited. I'm excited. Peachtree Village International Film Festival. It is going down October the 16th through the 19th on this year. I miss it all the time in Atlanta, Georgia. This film festival is always powered by Gyro Go. Jar. I'm just so excited. Jaro Go. Gyro Go. I want y'all to download that app. Please download the app. It's a community where writers are involved and filmmakers, directors, like this gentleman right here, Jaraogo. Let me just be right with the names because I don't want my brothers to get mad at me. I am just flying with excitement right now. Hovey, we're gonna leave people with something you want to share. I want to give you the stage. This is what you want to do. You can shout out your family members, your daughter, son, whatever, your classroom, your fifth grade teacher, if you can remember her. You can do what you want. This is the moment when I say the stage is yours.
Well, let me leave you with one more thing,
Come on.
and that is this book, Real Wealth, How to Obtain and Keep It. This is available only now as an audiobook for those who, for whatever reason, cannot read. But it examines what wealth really is. And it's not just possessions and money and things. Real wealth actually is what you can give to others.
Wow. Hand claps for Mr. Hovey. Let me just stop. Hand claps. I salute you. I honor you. I want to give you the best-selling book award. Oscar, while you're I'm excited right now. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm telling you, man, internet is just crazy, very much crazy. So I'm excited. Hovey, listen, I am delighted to have you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have you. I'm so excited that you are still doing your thing, man. And there's one thing I have to tell you. You are inspiration. You are inspiring, man. Um, I'm excited for what God is gonna do in your life. He's not finished with you yet at all. I want y'all to put your hands together for the great Mr. Hovey Smith. I want y'all to clap it up for him. I am going to be all over the internet promoting this. Glad you held your books up. We're gonna get some more information about this. Hey, so Hovey, how can people follow you, buy your books, and where is it that they can follow you, buy your books, purchase a book, and support what you're doing? Let's talk to them for a minute. The stage is yours, man.
Well, my books are available through Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, Gardner's Books, anywhere. And many of them are available as either hardcover, softcover, or ebooks. And this is just another one of my novels, The Goldfarb Chronicles. The getting my material is not at all difficult. You can also go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. And you'll find
www.hovey.
a world of material there.
So
And
Hovey is
Hovey,
sorry, Mr. Hovey. Hovey is HOVEY Smith.com, right?
right.
Okay.
And that will find me. And if you wish to make a donation, I could, of course, always use money. We writers are paid little and late as a rule. So, yeah, that would always be helpful.
Well, Hovey, I thank you for your time. I thank you for sharing, and I thank you for hanging out with me. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Hovey Smith. Thank you, Mr. Hovey. I will talk to you soon, and I will be promoting what you're doing, and the sky's the limit for you. You inspired me, man. 82, right?
84.
84. I didn't subtract 2 years from you. 84. Man. Wow. That's our time, folks. The stage is yours, Mr. Hovey Smith. He just got me. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, the stage is yours. It's Swag in the Morning with your brother Prince Creed, and I'm hanging out with Hovey. Woo! Thank you, Hovey. Let me just say this, man. Mr. Hovey inspired me on so many levels. In so many levels. I'm here to tell you, inspiration, it is on. But before I close, I always open up with the with the coffee to inspire you. I'm going to close with, I open up with the coffee, but I'm going to close with the tea. Recently on Facebook News or Instagram News or on Court TV or all over the TV, the producer and the legendary hip hop R&B producer and creator Sean Diddy Combs were recently sentenced to 50 months in a federal prison. I'm not here to say he didn't inspire me or do anything like that. But I want to go to Lauren, the latest with Lauren. And she said some stuff that I really thought was interesting with the timing of Puffy talking, Diddy, Mr. Love talking. Let's hear
that Diddy was sentenced to 50 months, which is 4 years in prison. The last video I made, I said to y'all that I thought the judge was going to throw the book at Diddy. And I meant that I thought Diddy was going to be looking at anywhere from like 7 to 10 years. And I was thinking more so like maybe 8 with the year, time served or whatever. Or 7. Yeah, 7 or 8 years. And then we went in court and it completely changed, yo. Like, I mean, Diddy speaking for himself. Like, it was, you had a lot of factors, right? I think definitely Diddy speaking for himself. I want to read to you the words that Diddy said, because Diddy's speaking for himself today, and he said it's been so hard for him to be quiet because, you're talking about his fate, his future, his life here, and he said it's been so hard for him to be quiet. I had to think about it too when he said that. I'm like, Diddy has been, hey, you welcome. Diddy has been a boss. He has been in charge of his own life and career. I'll put it right here. Has been in charge of his own life and career for as long as we've known him. Like, Sean Diddy Combs has been the driver. He's been the man, the go-to, calling on the shots for as long as we've known him. And he said it was so hard for him to sit quiet and listen to people talk about him and talk about things he did or he didn't do. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm glad that he didn't talk. I'm glad that the first time we saw Diddy and heard Diddy speak in full length was today, at the time that he spoke, because it saved him. I think when Diddy spoke and took accountability for some things, the judge not only saw, because, looking at when you sentencing, you're looking at the totality of the person. It's not just, You know, what does the prosecution think? What does the government think? What does the sentencing guideline think? It's like, well, who is this person in the world? And it's like really a thing of, are they better in or better out? And the judge said, look, you need to stay in because I don't believe you. And I don't believe that, you know, I don't believe that what you're telling me right now is true, but I do believe one day it will be. And
all right. The T is, sometimes you have to do what Mr. Hovey said. Turn the TV off. And he said it, but then Kendrick Lamar said, turn the TV off. Sometimes you just need to zone out and focus on the realistic and heal. I think this will be a good process for Diddy to heal. And I hope he truly heal. That's my time, everybody. I love you to life, and there's nothing you can do about it but love me back. And in the process of loving me back, take a selfie and say to yourself, my life matters to the Lord. God bless.
In the morning, wake up in the morning.